Hey, what's up? This is how I'm processing thousands of resumes every day with Cooked. So, you probably have a job board. You can actually create job postings on Cooked, which is pretty cool. So, let's say you've got your job posting. I'm going to pull up Highway here. And you've posted this. You've got a bunch of applicants. And now you've got to process them. If you've used other ATSs in the past, Greenhouse, etc., you know what happens is that now you've got a bunch of resumes and you have to review them manually, which is pretty slow, kind of sucks, and this is why usually inbound doesn't get a look. If you're a recruiter, you're thinking like, man, I can look through 1,000 resumes, but it's probably going to have a pretty low hit rate. I'm just going to go source, find good people that are a fit for my company, for my role, and I'm going to hit them up, and we're going to see what happens. Hopefully people hit me back, right? But this is a processing problem. This is a data problem. And if in theory you could actually capture 100% of the people that are interested in your company and what you're building, and you could process instantly, like magically find who's a good fit, it would actually be a much faster path to growing your team. So we can do that. You've got your job postings, and now we want to do a pre-screen. So the pre-screens are done via flows, and this is just a systematic way where an LLM is able to identify whether or not somebody is a good fit or not. This is a flow that I built, and what I'm doing is I'm checking to see, okay, is this person showing that they're in New York City or in San Francisco? And it's going to read between the lines. It's going to look at their entire resume, their portfolio, their GitHub, etc. Once somebody passes that, I want to see if this person has some sort of existing credibility, right? They've gone to a top-tier school, they've worked at a top-tier startup, they have won these like crazy competitions that are usually a really high signal. And a couple of other things, right? Have they worked at a company that was backed by Y Combinator or A16Z or Sequoia, etc.? All these different signals. And I've just built out a bunch of them. But you could build out your own. Now, I do have a catch here in case somebody fails this because they just haven't worked at a place that has cloud or went to a great school but is otherwise really good. I want to be able to check that, right? Maybe they've worked on really insane projects. So I'm checking to see, like, hey, has this person worked on projects that require real-time collaboration, multiplayer state sync, or something where performance is really, really important, or has shown otherwise that their projects have scaled, right? Nobody really cares if you worked at a YC-backed startup or not, or like went to Stanford or whatever. If you shipped a web app and had 1 million users, and it was a really complicated web app, like, these are probably really solid engineers, right? So they pass this, and now they go into different checks for specific roles. So here I'm checking if somebody's a design engineer, here I'm checking if somebody's a product engineer, etc., etc. When somebody passes all these pre-screens, they then go into a shortlist. Here I've pulled up my product engineering shortlist. And what's cool is that we've got these rows that are kind of showing all the things that you as a recruiter or a hiring manager that you want to see, right? Is this person contributing to projects, public? Where did they work exactly? You just want to be able to see the companies that they worked at and there's basically a very, very quick summary of what they were doing on the team that they were supporting. Right. They were an ML engineer at Truva. They developed a call statistics system using Light LLM and OpenAI GPT-4. They're working on synthetic data generation with GANs for segmentation models, etc. There's a very, very quick overview of what the person has worked on, right? If you click on this pulls up their entire profile with their resume, their contact information, etc., which I won't pull up for demonstration purposes. But once you've identified somebody that's great, I have a bunch of shortlists. But what you would do is you would move them to a shortlist, and that would kick off a sequence following up with the person, right? Which can be a combination of emails for now, but in the future, emails and texts. And these are people, these are candidates that are showing intent and interest in your company. And what you're doing currently is just figuring out a better way to process them, right? Because there's a lot of really talented people that are actually interested in working with you, but they're falling through the cracks because there's no good way to actually look at everyone really quickly. So the cool thing about these flows is that you can set them such that they are affecting one job posting, all of your job postings, whatever it is that you're however which way you're interested in using them. And then you're getting notified as candidates come through that are passing the bar that you're setting already, right? Which is pretty cool. So this is my daily digest. I had 300 plus candidates apply this week. I can see that there were 17 candidates that were shortlisted today, and I have 5,239 total in my shortlist. And in my daily digest, I can really quickly just start parsing through and start looking through candidates. Now, if you're a candidate and you just happen to be watching this recruiting video, then I believe that the highest ROI activity that you can have is applying to a cooked job posting. All other job postings, everyone hears this, right? It's like a black hole. You want referrals, you want to find a better way to get in, and it's simply because it's a data problem. You apply, you're one of 10,000. It's kind of tough. It's kind of tough to, even if you're really lit, you're just not going to get a look. Because it's way too slow to actually look through resumes, so nobody really does it. But yeah, this is how I'm looking at 1,000 resumes a day without it taking a whole bunch of time. I just built out these flows. I've got job postings out. I'm talking to people. You can still reach out to people, right? And then just invite them to join a talent pool that you might have, and with that talent pool, then you can actually just direct them to the right roles pretty quickly with the platform. So this is how I'm doing it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. We're onboarding new users for Cooked, and we have a waitlist right now. But if you're using an ATS, if you're using some sort of CRM, etc., and you're having difficulty actually looking through everyone, and you feel like you're not processing all of your candidates quickly enough, realistically, somebody really great shows intent, you should probably talk to them within an hour or two. And I know for a fact nobody does that. I know for a fact absolutely nobody does that. But you can actually do that with Cooked. Get an email notification, hey, this person, they're really lit, they passed this screen. Do you want to talk to them? Yes. Okay, yes, you want to talk to them? All right, we'll email them for you and we'll get a call set up. These are things that we can do. So, yeah, if you're interested in using the platform, you can shoot me an email, seb@highway.engineering. You can shoot me a DM. If you're viewing this on LinkedIn or Twitter, wherever you're seeing it, you can hit me up. And yeah, this is how you can level up your recruiting game. So let me know if you want to use it.